we're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. We have the sun in conjunction with Saturn today. I was kind of joking around. It is Karma Day, but this is one of the themes that's coming up with, we'll say, tomorrow's blood moon lunar eclipse. And this is a Virgo full moon. We're going to talk a lot about Virgo and Pisces in this video, as we're at the tail end of Pisces season, but we have to remember that this year's brings those themes around this. So this blood moon eclipse is very important, as it is a full moon in Virgo. We have to remember that our south node is in Virgo and our north node is in Pisces. So these themes, the energy that we're in right now for this eclipse, is very important for, I want to say, setting the stage or pulling back the curtain for the energies that we're going to deal with the rest of this year, and the themes that we're going to deal with for the rest of this year too. So it's highlighting certain areas of your life that you may need to face, acknowledge, heal, or deal with during this time. So I really love this because we are like in extreme opposites with Virgo and Pisces. Virgo is like everything that you need to perfect and heal and work on bettering about yourself. And this is the work that we should be doing, because if you're not working on yourself, what are you even doing during this time, right? So it's all about what we need to heal and improve in our lives. Now, Pisces is the duality of it, of like, everything is actually going perfect in your life. You are where you need to be. You have gone through so many lessons, and your life has brought you to the exact same moment in place that you should be in during this time. Now, I put up an article on my website this morning talking about Pisces, and I love it because it is literally the perfect symbolism for twin flames. In fact, it's the two fish, and they're usually swimming in opposite directions. And when we see the constellation of Pisces, they actually represent the red string of fate. They are tied together by a ribbon or a cord so that they never lose each other. And this is the symbolism of twin flame too, because you and your twin flame are both corded together. And even if you haven't met on opposite ends of the planet, whatever's going on, you're always exchanging energy through that, as they call it, the red string of fate. But these are actually energetic cords. And so I love this Pisces symbolism. I feel they go in the opposite directions, and it really represents the soul and the divine feminine, the divine masculine aspects of the soul. And that when it is time, this thread will call you back to this person and that place. And I love it because it's tied in a knot in the middle, but this place that where you meet is the 0 point field that is represented by these two fish swimming in opposite directions. So they represent the duality of life, and it's very, very much about the spiritual and even twin flame symbolism. So we're at the tail end of Pisces season. We're actually like literally in the final days of it. So this eclipse, tomorrow's blood moon eclipse, is so powerful and important because we're doing the equinox right after. And so this is like letting go energy. It's a big karmic clearing because it's in Virgo, and it is aligning with our south node, which is literally your karmic baggage. And this is perfect too, because when we're dealing with Pisces, it represents the 12th house, and it's very much about past life karma, but helping you to, through integrating this, better understand your soul and your soul's journey. And sometimes it's all about, when we're dealing with Pisces or even the 12th house energy, it's all about tapping in, whether through the dreams, the glimpses that you get, your intuition, into the spiritual, the unconscious realms too, that are very much coming through very, very loud. And so we have a lot of this energy that is going to help us to, we'll say, anchor into where we want to be. While you're navigating this eclipse energy, stay grounded. So this is amazing energy, Virgo, with what you're taking care of in your life. You're going to feel very motivated. There's so much energy coming through. I noticed this, I love it because it's real windy out here, and I was telling myself that this morning while I was doing things outside. That's the equinox we're feeling. If it feels a little breezy or windy, right? It very much is. There's a lot of high frequency energy coming in. I always say that because of the equinox, this moon is not only supercharged because it is a lunar eclipse, but it is also happening. We have one eclipse on each side of the equinox, and the equinox is powerful. It's going to shift us into the spring and into a new astrological year with Aries. So we're wrapping things up, and that's what this eclipse is all about. It is about tying up loose ends, wrapping up old energies, but it also brings a very powerful vibe for twin flames, and I want to talk about that too. We're going to go into the twin flame collective and what is going on too. So make sure, if you do need a one-on-one reading, I'm going to start with a reading for the divine feminine, but remember, this is just a general reading I do these videos to try to help you, but if you're needing a one-on-one session, do it. This is going to give you clarity about your connection, what you're working on, what you're healing, what's coming up for you. And I very much help you to up-level many different areas of your life. So if you need me, just go ahead and book a session on my website under Twin Flame Reading or any of the readings. That's going to be a phone call. I do healings. I am an energy healer. It's what I try to get you more into, and it's what I'm doing the next couple of days too. So I am an energy healer. I have a ton of healings, clearings, and activations. I have tons of them up for Twin Flame specifically on your journey too. I also do Twin Flame coaching and relationship coaching, which is great for helping you to heal your love life. So I have so many really amazing tools. I have designed my Twin Flame coaching to specifically go in to heal what I notice is triggered specifically on the Twin Flame journey. I help you to heal core wounds, attachment issues, and relationship issues of all kinds with that. We'll say with those sessions. So if you need me, just go ahead and book me on my website. I do have stuff up for today. I love these energies. I have a lot of stuff up for today. I'm working with these energies, and I have a lot of stuff up for the eclipse too. So if you need me, flip through the healings that I do. We meditate tomorrow too, so I have meditation video link on there too. So make sure you're flipping through my site though. Really awesome time to check it out for the eclipse. Okay, so Divine Feminine. Let's start with a reading for your side. Divine Feminine Collective, Divine Masculine. If you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. So Divine Feminine. The distance between us is killing me. I long to hear your beautiful voice again. I feel, and I was telling someone this morning this, if there is distance, space apart, this is a powerful part of Twin Flame Union. Usually it's because things are being triggered on either side. And when you'll notice that, like if it's upsetting you, it's affecting your energy in a negative way. If it's making you purge, it's triggering old stuff, things are coming up. You need that space to stay balanced, to be able to deal with this dynamic. In fact, a lot of times we blame the other person on the other end of it, the other fish, right? Even though the fish are actually corded together so they don't lose themselves in the river, right? Okay, so the deal is that actually it's the universe that orchestrates all of your life lessons. Look at it like you have your kind of two separate paths. We can say the fish going in opposite directions. You have your own life lessons laid out in your own path and your twin flame, but you're meant to very much come together in this space that we come together. It's called union, right? You're meant to come together. Now, the thing is that the universe oftentimes has you working on other separate lessons because you are a complete soul on your own. Even though the two make up the greater whole of the one soul, you have your own lessons, your own karmic baggage, your own healing, your own things going on in life and things you're working on, hopefully, but within yourself in the energy field. And the universe uses this connection to usually accelerate your ascension because there's more work to be done usually, okay? And there's always work to be done anyways, infinitely, like on a soul level across many lifetimes. Your twin flame comes into the picture to help you specifically with what you need to heal. Now, I've noticed that a part can trigger a lot of things, right? It's like, it depends on what it triggers too. And whatever's coming up in those lower points that you're probably going through yourself might be shadow work and things like that. You're being guided to heal core wounds on many different levels through this connection. And sometimes they could be triggered to the surface. Okay, you guys might have had some type of time apart. This is indicating this could have been a separation. This could just be navigating spaces where you are apart doing your own thing and you're with this person. It depends. So this is the distance. It's everything that usually needs to be healed with the separation energies. I feel usually it's something that needs to be healed. For some, you guys kind of come together and then things are triggered and you kind of end up having to work through things. Or even together, you're having to navigate. The universe actually uses the closeness and distance to trigger you. like some of you guys, you'll have been with your twin flame and another layer comes up, I call it, or you'll be apart and layers are coming up. The universe uses this connection to trigger certain things to the surface so that you can heal and work on yourself. It just depends on how for each person. Pay attention to negative, intrusive thoughts and limiting beliefs during this time. We're dealing with a lot of Virgo energy. We're also in all these retrogrades, okay? I know, look at my face. We are going through Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde. Mercury has not quite shifted into retrograde. In 2 days it does, so close enough. We're already in it. So it might be bringing up unhealed aspects with this combination of eclipse, equinox energy, and a couple retrogrades. It may be bringing up things from your past that you need to resolve. And this could be, different ways. Many of, I hate to say this, your romantic partners might have even been stand-ins for original pain, wounds, and situations in your life. And you might have noticed a little familiarity or synchronicity between people you've learned with, lessons, and situations, as a lot of your lessons, both current and past, were trying to get you to heal certain areas on a spiritual, energetic, and soul level. When we're dealing with Virgo, it's actually a very Mercury energy. And so Mercury rules over this moon eclipse and, of course, Mercury retrograde. Now, when we go into a retrograde, it's actually not to punish you like you think. It's to help you to go back in and to clear out blocks, outdated program, and things still in the way. Pay attention to your thoughts during this time. We have a lot of Virgo energy. It's very mental energy. However, it's encouraging you to clear out the limiting beliefs and programs and patterns. When we're dealing with the South Node in Virgo, eclipse, all of it, we are trying to get rid of outdated patterns, behaviors, situations, and maybe even connections for some that you have outgrown and have served their purpose. But it's all about the inner work and paying attention to your thoughts, what you're thinking, and getting rid of the negative thoughts. Because as you begin to do this inner work, which is literally getting rid of negative thoughts, negative programming, negative thinking patterns, you begin to notice that you're letting go of the limitations. Saturn helps us to heal and go to the next level in many areas by helping us to face limitations. So we've been taught this like 3D based version of karma, and actually your lessons in life are to help you to heal certain areas so you can learn things, so you can unlimit yourself and actually go higher in your life. It's not anything like we think when we deal with karmic energies. It's usually something that we need to heal, or we're not doing great in an area, if we get honest about ourselves. Now, because we're in Venus retrograde, it's bringing a lot of focus and highlighting with this eclipse your love life and maybe even finances to help you to heal and release blocks and baggage in this area. Now we got karma like in the mix with Saturn, right? So it might be helping you to clear away karmic blocks, patterns, programs, or even energies in your life that may be affecting certain areas. I see that big time happening across the collective too. It just kind of depends in what way. Now I love this because I was talking to someone this morning, and Pisces, like I said, is symbolism of the twin flame. That connection, that infinite connection, right? And so why do the fish separate? Like, why do the flames have to separate? To become more complete on a soul level and to learn certain lessons and to become, this is everything we're in right now, become the person you're destined to become right now. This is what it is about with your spiritual awakening and ascension. Through doing this healing work, you become that higher version of yourself. And look, and I love it because those strings, right? Strings tied around the tail probably. Those strings, they snap back. And I love this too because this is the divine timing in the work of the universe and trusting in things. So when we deal with Pisces, it's very much about trust and surrender and completion while we're in this like tail end, we'll call it the tail end of Pisces season. I feel like I abandoned you and myself when we broke up. I want to reconcile. Some of you guys are operating out of and dealing with, and this might be in many areas of your life, you're dealing with core abandonment, inner child wounds, and rejection wounds that are affecting your relationship and how you're interacting with other people, specifically romantic too. It might be kind of affecting you across the course of your lifetime or things coming up right now. This is why inner child healing and going back in is just one of the many layers that you will go through with twin flame too. So we have a lot of heart chakra work coming up. Once you healed, you're not going to, number one, respond in ways you have previously or currently, and you're not going to accept some of the stuff that you've accepted too, because you're going to have good boundaries. When we're dealing with Saturn, it's all about, and this Pisces energy, how you're respecting, treating yourself, unconditional love for yourself, but also having good energetic boundaries. You're kind of needing it during this time because while we're in this Pisces season, equinox energy, everything is very open right now. You might be feeling things more. You might be feeling more empathic, more sensitive, feeling things from your twin flame. This is a good thing. It helps you in a lot of ways. Pisces kind of dissolves the boundaries, but it leaves you a little bit more open. I want to hold you again. I need to feel your body next to mine. Many of you guys are craving physical connection with this person. I brought strange cards, but I brought the Metatron cards, but we're going to do some psychic ones first. Okay, so there is such a mirroring dynamic with this connection. I think that's very important. I always point it out that actually your twin flame is highlighting or showing you your own blocks, problems, and patterns through their behavior. Things they're saying to you, like in thought, they're trying to show you your own inner processes. Remember that your inner reality affects your outer reality, including the whole of this connection. And I think that is very, very important because there's such a strong mirroring dynamic with twin flames, and you're probably going to notice this. This can go down to you're craving a certain food, you notice your twin flames eating it too next. Little things, right? But you're going to notice that you're thinking it, they're saying it, they're playing it out, they're doing it like it was a thought in your head first. Stuff like this. Okay, so you're going to notice that you pick up on things back and forth across the collective, and this is how you integrate knowledge and things like that. So your behavior rubs off on your twin flame, your thoughts are affecting them and things like that, vice versa. You can't sit and think all day and not have it kind of go into the whole, but they are a mirror into your true self, so they highlight through this mirroring effect. They show you amazing aspects that you very much love about yourself, but they also show you shadow aspects or wounded aspects that you need to look at to heal. A lot of times we're not as awake as we like to think. This is the awakening on the planet, and we are waking up, but sometimes we might not recognize everything that our twin flame is showing us as aspects, identities that we hold, and things that need to go. They oftentimes can trigger ego attachment. So when we go into enlightenment, we have to get rid of the expectations, ego attachments, and other attachments in our life and things like that. They may highlight these areas, which can be very awkward, uncomfortable, and even not feel great at times if you guys are on the journey. But you know life does that anyways, but it is to show you things that you may need to heal or acknowledge or work on within yourself. And this is where the spiritual work and the healing work and the energy work comes in. And when we go into this phase, it helps us to clear away false beliefs, negative thinking programs, and even old identities or ways of seeing ourselves and others that can really, really help us and level us really, really fast. A lot of times the mirroring gets intense and one or both can even run away and not want to do the work. We know that, right? And this is also, I believe, some of this destined to happen on some level. Things that play out in your life, some of these things are destined to happen a certain way to trigger you to do the inner work and things like that. So there are events in your life that are going to happen that can act like a catalyst for your own awakening, and they're meant to help you, to trigger you to heal on next level. For those of you guys that know that you're going through a spiritual awakening, or you've been through a twin flame separation, when you lean in and do the work, you see that it actually really helped you in some way to have to heal certain aspects within yourself. As you do that healing work, they reflect the progress that you have made. Sometimes I see that when we get out of balance, it can spin things with the other side, vice versa, right? So it's important that you're staying balanced and grounded while we're navigating all of this eclipse craziness and these eclipse energies, because eclipses are like, I always say they're like a wild card and you never know what they're going to do with your timeline. So you want to stay on track. This is a full moon times 10. And so it is very powerful, your thoughts, intentions, and energies that you're sending out into the universe. But this can really, really help us very fast to anchor into higher timelines too, if we're using these energies and making them work for us. Now, sometimes these moons, lunar energy can have that purge effect. It just kind of depends on what's going on within you. Make sure you're really leaning into these eclipse energies and using them. Just like you would another full moon. We've already covered great for getting things done, great for healing and activation work. I do a ton of that through the equinox and getting things done, manifesting, right? All those good things. Loved ones in spirit. Many of you guys have ancestors and loved ones on the other side that are helping you through this process and helping you navigate the ascension process too. Okay, so this could be working with spirit, connecting with spirit, making space for that and bringing more of that into your life. This could be for some of you guys, you're being guided to really tap into your psychic and mediumship gifts. I have so many mediumship classes on my website, like things I teach, right? Okay, I try to help you guys. I have so many healings in this area. Working and connecting with spirit is going to help you so much. This can help you with really connecting to the other side and opening up and activating your spiritual gifts, abilities, and up-leveling your life in many different areas. So a lot of times we've taken on a lot of karmic templates, programs, and even imprints from our ancestral line. So why not tap into those gifts and abilities and good stuff that comes from that work that you've been doing across the course of your lifetime, and possibly even many other lifetimes too. So this will help you. Many of you guys might have a strong connection to the spirit side. You might find that you're a natural empath, psychic, medium. It just kind of depends. Opening up and activating those gifts, trusting your loved ones in spirit are here guiding you. I think this is an important message because during the equinox, we very much can connect more easily to the spiritual, especially right now. We talked about Pisces season, the veil is thin, things are like wide open. So you're getting a lot of guidance and direction, and maybe even course corrections from the universe right now. Healing, pause to receive. Maybe you're needing to open up to really fill into your own cup. I was kind of joking around, like, if I don't want to describe you like a battery. You are your cell phone battery. You've been pouring out and your battery's dead and you're not taking time to recharge it. Sometimes you need to, and I hate to say this, really fill your cup more because you're pouring a lot of energy out, or putting a lot of energy out, or a lot of focus on anything external than ourselves. We're putting our focus there, we're putting our energy there. And sometimes we're needing to, with enlightenment, focus on ourselves, heal. And people don't like this. Twin Flame helps you to do that. It's actually a connection where you are rewarded the better you show up, and the more healthy you are, and the more healed you are, and things like that, because we've been taught to kind of pour into karmic connections everyone else outside of ourselves. Twin Flame is the opposite. The better you are, the more healed you are, the more you're rewarded through that mirroring effect, and the better you are, and things like that. Focus on your healing. And I have so many good energy healing sessions on my site to help you guys with that. I like doing the energy work. I was talking to someone this morning. They're like, I'm looking younger. I'm feeling better. I was like, yeah, I know. I haven't aged in like a decade. Like, all right, just to let you know, like some of the benefits that we might experience. I'm more interested in not like looks, but like having a really healthy, abundant, good life, and like things like that. So this energy work will help us across all areas of our life, whether you're just trying to feel better, you wanted to look better, you're trying to recharge your life force, right? You're trying to get results in your outer reality, which is why a lot of people come to me. A lot of people come to me when they're having a problem with something, but it doesn't even have to be that. Make sure you're just really taking care of yourself. Energy healing for everything. You got some problems, you're just wanting to refill your cup, you're wanting to feel better, you're wanting to lift your mood or your vibration. A lot of times, most of the energy work I'm doing is helping you guys to raise your vibrational frequency. Because of ascension happening, we're having to do a lot of work to kind of keep up with the ascension. Okay, blessings and thanks. This is an abundant universe, and the more that you take care of yourself and pour into yourself, you're going to be attracting better. So number one, we've covered we attract what we think all day. All right, so doing that inner work with the thoughts. Now, once again, energy work can help us to clear out old programming, negative thoughts, and things on such a deeper level. We know that. And then staying aligned with what you want. This is a time where, because the energies are heightened, we can tap into so much so fast, attract a lot of abundance, love, right? Twin flame love, twin flame union, a lot of abundance, feeling good and things like that. This is an abundant universe. It loves to serve up anything that you're asking for. You can think it up, you can dream it up, and you can create it. We're also in a lot of higher frequency energies that are supporting us with our ascension journey, and anything that you want to manifest, align with. Stay intentional, especially if this is twin flame union, something that you're working on. It's probably something you are working on, okay? Okay, we have leadership. Answer the call. I love this because we're about to go into the Aries energy. Not yet. I know I'm like 4 days early, 5 days early. No kidding. Okay, this is like less than a week after our eclipse, which is tomorrow. So let's just do one event at a time, right? Okay, I like to take it a day at a time, one energy at a time. So we're going to do this blood moon eclipse, and then we're going right into the equinox. We're already in the equinox, which is what makes this moon so powerful. Now, when we're going into Aries energy, this is taking charge of your life. It's like take the steering wheel energy. Okay, now watch out, because we're going to see egos inflated and people a little bossy. But this is good energy if you've been needing some confidence or to feel good or just fueled up. So we want to be tapping into that energy and stepping into our purpose kind of energy and taking the reins, so to speak. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. This is like, some of you are at a crossroads. You're torn between two options, and maybe even you're not feeling your emotions. We're in Pisces season. This is like, we should feel everything. Like, we should be opening up to that empath energy, feeling everything and feeling our way through life. But oftentimes we have a lot of blocked up, repressed emotions, inner child trauma that loves to block us off, and maybe even how we deal with things. You might not be seeing things clearly right now. Welcome to Earth, right? You may not be seeing things clearly now. I love this energy because this energy today is about getting out of the illusions and the delusions, and a lot of people don't like that. This is the ego delusions, where you've created entire world's realities based on a false self, a sleep self, the 3D version of self. And this is where we awaken and clear out the outdated programs and illusions that sometimes have us stuck. This is the ego, right? And what we're up against and things like that. So you may not be seeing things clearly right now. You might be at a crossroads. So this is like two paths presenting itself. I love it. The 3 and the 5 for some, and needing to wake up more and heal to really up level into the 5. And just kind of depends. So we can think of that as the 40. Like, okay, you might have gone through, if you've gone through a spiritual awakening, you might have gone through a spiritual awakening and you're in the 4 trying to get to the 5 because you have to do a lot of work to anchor into that. Or maybe you're not that awake and you're in the 3D and needing to go to the 4 to the 5. Okay, so this is a lot of things happening. It just depends on where you're at. Continuing to work on yourself and to work on your healing spiritually will help you to up level whatever you will call it. You're needing an up level in an area. It could be with this connection. Separation is the ultimate limbo, right? And things like that. It's too late. You've met this person, but for some not fully in union. It just kind of depends on how this, I don't want to call it limbo, but this situation is presenting itself and needing to do a little bit of work on some areas of your life. And this is represented with the 5 of Cups in reverse. So something from your past may have you stuck. A lot of times this might be because this is a relationship reading. This is a twin flame reading. It might even be with your twin flame and needing to forgive and let go of things. It could be grief and sadness and emotions. A lot of times twin flame can trigger a lot of emotion or response, or a lot of purging. If you're crying, we call that purging, and things like this, or whatever it is. But you're needing to release some type of energetic baggage. So when your twin flame triggers you and all those emotions come up, those are low frequency energies that you're needing to heal, clear, and deal with. Energy clearing work will help if you're feeling very intensely about this situation. You might have a lot of healing and old baggage coming up from this situation. Okay, some of you guys, we have this Knight of Cups, and usually they're coming in really, really strong, but this is like the opposite of that. Maybe your divine masculine, I don't know, right? Because usually they're coming in on their, I gotta say their white horse. Their horse very strong about after what they want. There might be some type of block here within your own DM energies, or needing to heal something with your DM to get them kind of where they need to be. So we have this Judgment in reverse. This will kind of explain what's going on. This is fear, or not being fully committed yourself, self-doubt. This is where you worry. This is like all the negative stuff you deal with that you don't want people to know about. Not funny. Okay, all the stuff that comes up within you that might have you questioning things, doubting. It could be the connection. It could be the situation. This is like all the areas that you are asleep and you're needing to learn karmic lessons. So even though it might not look like it, all the lessons on your twin flame journey are necessary in teaching you things that you need to know in life. And I was doing a lot of downloading on that this morning of like, welcome to the universe. We're needing to learn certain lessons in life. And especially on the twin flame journey, because maybe you're needing to learn how to deal with things or integrate things, or they're all lessons pertaining to your union that you need to learn first. So like even in separation, or you know, leading up to union, these are all lessons that you need in some type of way to help you to get into your union, get where you need to be in union, and better deal with that union once in it. It just depends on what's coming up for you too. So we have karmic lessons coming up, and we're all in them right now. Look around your life. What are your lessons? What are you going through? What's happening with you? These are your lessons. Like, okay, so you're in your lessons, whatever they are for your situation, and you're needing them in some type of way. These are things that the universe is giving you to help you on a spiritual level. So we do have, sometimes we need to clear things, right, that we're going through. Sometimes we may not like it. It might not be ideal. And we might need to clear karmic energies away. Karmic energies can block up our love life, our finances, and other areas of our life. So this is like a huge karmic clearing kind of energy, and we can lean into these energies to really help us in many areas of our life. It just kind of depends on how too. So karmic clearing work coming up. We're going to do a reading for the divine masculine side of things. Divine masculine, collective, divine feminine. If you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. I've committed to someone else because they don't challenge me. Now, it just kind of depends. Most twin flames are already in existing connections. Not most, but I mean, when they are and dealing with karma, it's usually they're in an existing karmic connection that's needing to go, or the universe wouldn't have brought the flame around, and it just kind of depends. But that's usually how it goes. It just kind of depends. You would know if you're dealing with this or if it's a theme that you've been dealing with. Sometimes twin flames can meet and go off to do other karmic situations, or it depends on the contracts that are laid out. And if you're in that situation, it's all about healing yourself, healing codependent patterns for the divine feminine and what you need to heal that it's triggering, usually shadow work and shadow wise and whatever. It just kind of depends. This isn't for everyone. Like I said, you'll know if that's already happening, like they're probably in an existing connection or aren't with you. I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. So this masculine feels you all the time. I always say they think about you just as much. A lot of the DFs, the divine feminines, aren't sure. Like they think about you all of the time too. Like it's always something they think about, whether the connection, it makes you think about your life. Hopefully it makes you want to heal and be a better person. So they think about you just as much. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. And so this is the thing too. With twin flames, like there might have been things that were said or how things played out, and it just kind of depends. So it just depends with that. This divine masculine might be feeling a little bit bad about things that were said or how things have went. Okay, so we have infinity, and I love this because this is I'm on this like kick today. Okay, yes. Okay, so this represents many different things in symbolism for twin flame, and this is the infinite connection. So even if you think you're the fish swimming in the opposite direction and life's taking you somewhere else, that energy cord is always there. You're always feeling each other. You're always thinking about each other. You're always sending energy to each other. This is why it's so, so important. Negative energy, negative frequency, low frequency pushes this person away. You're not ready. High frequency, positive energy pulls them back to you. Divine timing. Okay, you're ready. It's not so much a time frame. I always get really annoyed when people try to ask like time frame, like they can just sit around, do nothing and sit on a time. It doesn't work like that. Like, right? I'm like, when you're ready, that's how the universe works. When you're ready, divine timing is less like a time, like in a date, and more when you're ready energetically and things like that. Okay, so we have this infinite nature of twin flames, and I think this is important too, that you're always going to find each other and even come back to each other in the points you should. Okay, seedling, take care. Divine masculine is manifesting so much, whether in your life or in the ones in union together, like literally planting little seeds. I love spring. Okay, you might be doing gardening, but I mean like spiritually with your mind, with your soul and things like that. Okay, so we're in this water, which is nourishing the seeds, and we're in Virgo, which is planting the seeds. So we have this powerful thoughts and making things happen. Divine masculine, you are manifesting, and you are manifesting like never before. This might be areas of your life, manifesting your union or manifesting things with your twin flame in union too. You notice when you put your energy together and you think about things, it happens almost instant. The two of you together, it's like you're probably both really strong manifestors, hopefully separately, but when you guys come together and when you talk about ideas, you make things happen instantly. Like I had an experience with my twin flame yesterday where we were looking at something together and it was instant idea and like things happening, right? Like that ball gets rolling fast when you get ideas together, and it could be building things together, it could be creating things together, or just doing things together. It just depends. So we have Mother Earth, grounding and support. Make sure you're connecting with the earth right now. You might be really needing it, especially if you guys are like water and fire. You probably need it desperately, right? But it depends. But in air too, it depends. But you're needing to ground. You're needing to really stay grounded during this time. One of the best things that you can do to clear your head, clear your energy, is to stay grounded. You might be noticing the need to ground a little bit extra. We're in spring, so even though we're in different astrology, we're very much connecting with the energies of the earth once again as the earth wakes up. Okay, so we have Silver, warrior of light, and like this is all about doing your work with the light, doing your light work, whatever it is. bringing more light into your energy field, into your frequency, doing things to raise your frequency. For Divine Masculine, you're being guided to cut your cords and clear karmic attachments. So let's talk karmic attachments. Each person who isn't good for you is corded to your energy field and attached, usually through wounding, where they feed on you. And maybe it's an addiction right there. That's another karmic attachment. And maybe it's a bad habit or a pattern. Now, when we do this ascension and awakening work, we must become lighter and raise up our frequency. And it's all about taking care of your energy. So as we, I say, pluck a negative thought out, a belief, a person, right? An ex. Mercury retrograde is showing you if you have exes around, like on your social media, I always say, or in your life, get rid of them, right? Karmic attachment. So some people have got rid of the relationship with the karmic, but they're still there, like friends, whatever it is. They're still in your field. It's all about clearing all the negative stuff in your field so that you can rise up higher and be ready for this union. There's nothing like karmic attachments that hold you back from union, right? Okay, so you're clearing these things. Sometimes it might just be like a negative belief and programming about yourself or your connection. Sometimes it could be like addiction, because we have this devil in reverse card. So this is detaching yourself from things that are not good for you. This could be situations, addictions, mental and physical. This is really stepping into your power and freeing yourself. Something has you in attachment right now. And welcome to doing the spiritual work, because this is part of being human, where first off, we picked up a lot of attachments from our family wounds and programming, tons of them, full of them. And it was really bad for your energy. Sometimes it even makes you sick or, low frequency, or could take you to places that aren't very good. And then as we go through the spiritual awakening, we are guided to do this energetic work so we can raise up our frequency and do better, right? And to go into higher frequency. It requires us taking an honest, assessment and look at ourselves and to heal things and let go of things. And so this could be as simple as cutting your cords and getting rid of negative situations, or more complex, like things you need to heal, patterns coming up big time with this blood moon. Patterns you need to heal within yourself. Patterns of negative behavior, things you slip back into, things you know aren't good for you. So we have dimensional gateway, and you're being initiated. And I love that with Twin Flame too. You're being initiated into the spiritual. You are being tested. Welcome to Saturn energy. Sometimes this is so that the universe can see where you're at, or if you've learned your lesson, or you're presented with the same situation that's familiar to you, and you get past these tests. When you pass the test, if you're getting the same situation in your life over and over and over on repeat, it's something you need to level up out of and pass through. And so we get the same test over and over. We can get stuck in, we call these cycles. So karmic cycles are actually situations you need to wake up to in your life that you need to level up out of in some type of way. So just know that we can get these tests in many shapes and forms. It could be how you're dealing with people, how you're treating people. It could be situations in your life, whatever it is. So we have review and reflection. Timeout is needed. Many of you guys are taking space to yourselves and you're needing it. Eclipses can be tiring. Like you're needing to do that energy work, cut your cords and really focus on yourself. Maybe taking time to rest and restore your energy. This could be better foods, doing healing work, doing meditation. We talked about spending time in nature. So we have 9 of Pentacles. Many of you are worried about money. Be careful with that, because money is a reflection of our energy oftentimes. So maybe some type of block here, or some type of wound, or something you're trying to heal. Something might be coming up for you in this area with Venus retrograde right now, and like having you take a look at your finances. This could be fixing money leaks and cash leaks, or how you're spending your money, how you're attracting money, what you're doing with your time, how you're spending your time, because we have this Virgo blood moon eclipse, and it is all about your daily routine and what you're putting your focus and energy into. So we have the 2 of Cups, and this isn't for everyone, but some of you guys might be navigating a relationship problem or separation or even a breakup. This could indicate like no contact, no communication, or even just maybe disharmony still and the connection and old things coming up that need to be cleared. Keyword cleared. That's why I have so many Twin Flame energy clearings on my website, because you guys are going to go through many blocks and layers and things, we'll call them layers, right, coming up. So clear your energy if you are going through something or having a problem in your connection, okay? So this is like needing to heal something in your relationship or your love life. We have the 3 of Wands, and this is like Some of you guys are not happy with the past. So we're all in the past. We got our Virgo blood moon, South Node eclipse. We got our Mercury retrograde. We got Venus retrograde. We are in the past. You're being guided to reflect on things, how they went. This could be how things are going now with your person or things from the past. Yes, this is a twin flame reading. Some of you guys, if you had to go back and I gave you a time machine, you would make better choices, okay? This is like needing to heal something from the past with your twin flame situation or your love life specifically too. So some of you guys are learning from choices that you've made or would have done it differently, and that's what is important. So sometimes it's not about where you've been, it's about where you are now and all of the lessons that you've got to get you on track now, okay? The keyword on track. So it depends on where you're at now and how you would do things now, moving forward, maybe differently to heal this situation. It just kind of depends. Okay, I'm going on that note anyways, but I do, like I said, I have lots of activations and healings up for today. If you need me, great day to find me. I'm going to be around all day for the eclipse doing healings and activations too. I have lots of stuff on my site. I put up lots of new stuff on my site. I always am all the time. If it's in my site, you can do it anyways because I'm really good about working on my site and flipping it around, okay? If it's in my shop, you can do it all the time anyways. Check out my shop, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. If you need a reading, that'll give you a lot of clarity on your situation, what's coming up. Do those reading calls as often as you need them. Maybe you're just needing a shift, you're needing to heal something, you're needing to go into it. It'll really help you. Have a beautiful day. If you need me, go ahead and book me on my site, sparksofdivinelighealing.com.